we found out last night that Akron was going to be not bowl eligible because they did not have a high enough academic percentage rating. And of course, there was an On3 graphic for that. Oh, and it was Zippy the kangaroo looking very happy, but underneath it said, ineligible. I laugh when I see Zippy. And then ineligible.
Yeah, like he's going to be missing the games. The graphics at On3 have been tremendous. And you know what I think is crazy and I miss the days where it caused outrage from people before people understood what they were doing. Remember like the first few weeks when they were doing this and like people were like
Jack Terry's the guy, he's the maestro of this. I have asked him to come on and explain how he does this, how he comes up with these. There's the Aura one, beers for rowdy beers entering the transfer portal, betting on himself, the Hunter Deckers one. And Hunter Decker's the Iowa State quarterback who got suspended for gambling. He went into the draft, and so the graphic was betting on himself.
Man.
Put the Nico one up. Put the Nico one up, River.
He sent this one to us like 4 or 5
in the group
hours.
chat before he even left. We're like, if he leaves, he's like, if he leaves, this is what's going up. I am leaving. So Jack does not want to come on and explain his process because I think it's a little bit too much like a magician revealing his secrets.
Yeah.
But it's gotten to the point where, and I know there are other people, not people who just work with us, but you guys in the audience, like when a news story hits, everybody's like, what's the On3 graphic going to be? So we got to go through some of these favorites. One of my personal favorites, because our friend Nicole Auerbach really crystallized the whole thing when this one came out. Can you put up the Diego Pavia one, River? It says suing. So this is when Diego Pavia filed a lawsuit against the NCAA to get that extra year because he was in JUCO. And our friend Nicole Auerbach, who we used to work with at the Athletic, and she's at NBC now, she said, does everything need a graphic? And me and Ari were like, yes. Nicole, it all needs a graphic.
Nicole got really fired up about this behind the scenes, but I think she has come around now.
Oh yeah,
because there were a few, I think once you understood that it was not serious and that we were just doing it to make people smile. I think that the charm of it, there were people who were like, this is this is
the Cal one when they had Jay Knott and a couple other guys go in the transfer portal, and it's Oski the Bear putting the L. I'm describing it for the podcast listeners. And by the way, if you're listening on podcast, if you don't normally watch the YouTube version of the show, go watch the YouTube version of this show so you can see all these graphics because they're tremendous. But Oski the Bear is doing the L thing on the forehead.
Yeah,
was it in the Smash Mouth? In the shape of an L on her forehead.
I'm trying to remember exactly what all this one's obvious, but some of them I forgot what the news story was.
That's the best part is you can kind of relive the season. Hey, River, can you put the Notre Dame one with the leprechaun up? That's a tremendous one. And I had forgotten this story. Remember when Notre Dame had the flu ahead of one of the playoff games?
I feel like every single big game, half the team has the flu before it. And it never, when's the last time you saw a team has the flu reports and it actually turned out to matter in the game?
There was one, and now I can't remember which one it was, where there was a college football team that had 20 guys out one game with the flu. I want to say it was 3-4 years ago, and I'm blanking on which one it was, but it didn't bother Notre Dame in this particular case. They won the Orange Bowl, beat Penn State, but the photo selection here is where the genius lies because it's a flu story. The leprechaun mascot looks like he is coming off the biggest sneeze you ever saw in your life. It's just perfect.
We'll put the one of Eli Drinkwitz up.
Oh, this is the one where we might have gone a little too far. So this is when Missouri, it came out that Missouri had decided they did not want to take part in this Netflix show that's coming out about the SEC. And so it's a photo of Eli Drinkwitz. It's got the Netflix logo in the corner and it just says passed. That made it look like Eli Drinkwitz died. And so like we had to point out he's very much still alive. They passed on being in the Netflix show. But you noticed it.
Yeah. Also, too, like if somebody ever announced a death and they did that, that would be pretty crazy. So I think we.
Yeah. No. Please don't. Because I will say it spawned a lot of imitators.
It did.
Like our friends that Unsportsmanlike Conduct at Barstool last night for the Akron one. Like we put ineligible on ours, they put dumb on theirs. So. But the imitators, I think, would probably announce a death that way. Please don't do that. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
We're trying to do it in a classy way.
Yeah.
River, the Michigan flag one, please. That's
oh yeah.
This is tremendous. We sent River 25 of these last night, so it's taking a minute to get to everything. All right, here it is. Michigan planting the flag at Ohio Stadium. And the word felony underneath it, because remember the Ohio state legislator wanted to make it a felony to plant a flag at midfield.
Yeah, I would. I loved that day. That one actually did one of the best too, because people were so mad.
Oh, here's another one. Can you, River, please put up the Desmond Howard one, because that came out of this game as well. What the phrasing on this one is just spectacular. Psychotic obsession.
What was the story on this one again?
This is Desmond Howard talking about the lunatic fringe of the Ohio State fan base, the people threatening Ryan Day and whatnot.
He has a psychotic obsession with talking about Ohio State, which is why everybody out. Yeah.
Oh, is it, the double entendre piece of that was tremendous.
Yeah, so funny. What else is there? Oh, the Mario Cristobal.
Mario Cristobal one's a cloud. Oh, this might have been our best one. The Bevo exiled from the Peach Bowl.
Yeah,
everybody's like, he wasn't allowed there last. They don't ever let any animal mask. I don't care. We got a chance to post a picture of Bevo and put exiled on it. We're doing it.
And it's in a cage. The perfect picture because it matches with, like, it's really funny.
Now, the Mario Cristobal one, there was some internal discussion in the office of do you do this? Because Mario Cristobal had come out very strong. He was very unhappy with the discourse around Cam Ward and the decision to not play the second half of the bowl game. And basically he said all of the talk about Cam Ward, just shutting it down, quitting at halftime, for lack of a better phrase, was bullshit, which is true. He didn't quit at halftime. The plan was to play him for a half, and then they were going to play Emory Williams. So that went according to plan. It's just that they didn't exactly answer those questions in a forthright manner after the game, and it allowed for a week of stupid conversation about this whole thing, which Mario Cristobal correctly deemed bullshit. But if he'd said all that at the beginning, there wouldn't have been that week of conversation, and we would never have gotten this graphic.
Yeah, the best one, Andy, was the Deion one. Put it up.
Oh, yes. Okay, let's go to the Deion one. This one got me in trouble with Alice in Chains fans. So it's Deion, and then there's a Cowboys logo and the word would. And it's basically, the story was Deion would take the Cowboys job if offered, which was, I think, like an Ian Rappaport or an Adam Schefter story. And so this was the graphic that Jack created for it. And our friend Stuart Mandel from The Athletic, the word, like using the word would as a single sentence where you just say would as a guy, like that's been around for a long time. That's not new to the kids these days, but I think Stuart missed that one. Yeah, and so he's like, must be some Alice in Chains fans over at On3. Now, I did point out that Wood is the best Alice in Chains song, and it's not close. That made Alice in Chains fans mad. There's some Man in the Box people and some Rooster people and some Them Bones people that did not appreciate that. But I also pointed out that there's a lot of people who use that word as one sentence, and there's a different meaning for that.
People use this graphic in text message strands with me.
It's amazing.
I have a lot of single friends, and
it's entered the zeitgeist.
They use this as like a way to express that whenever talking about somebody they're into or something. Like they will just send the Deion graphic. It's hilarious.
Oh, it's going to be so much fun. I just want to know what comes next. Like, because can we take it to another level is the question, or do we? Because like I said, this has spawned a lot of imitators, but I don't think anybody's as good as Jack at this. I just don't think they can do it as well.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them too, like, drive a lot of attention to the story. That it's supposed. I mean, obviously that's the purpose, but like, we have a pretty big account that posts these, and that account sends them to the story. So they've actually had a very functional purpose. And what people don't realize is that if you're sending them to your friends because you're mad or it upset you or it triggers you, you're doing exactly what it like is designed to do, which is to be shared. So
it worked.
It worked. Yeah. If you sent this to make fun of it, congratulations, you played yourself.
I can't even remember why they did the Pop-Tarts one with Cole in the
I don't know
costume.
Either. The ritual sacrifice of Pop-Tarts.
River has the explanation.
The Pop-Tarts one was when they announced the concession menu at Mercedes-Benz, and they're like friendly prices and stuff like that, but there were no Pop-Tarts. And this was right after Cole Kulick did that, so they put Cole on there for no Pop-Tarts.
Yeah. That's a long way to go to get to that graphic, but I will take it.
Yep.
I will take it.
It's funny that you're showing that to me. I've had do you have like weird cravings every now and then, like for things that you haven't eaten in years? And I had one for Pop-Tarts yesterday for some reason. I haven't had Pop-Tarts in 7 years probably. And I just felt like I wanted one yesterday, but that passed now.
Well, I had to buy some Pop-Tarts the other day because my son has started buying them out of the vending machine at his school.
Mm-hmm.
And like a 2-pack of Pop-Tarts from the vending machine is like $3 or $3.25. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, I can buy an entire box of Pop-Tarts for $3 at the grocery store.
Yeah.
So let me just buy the box and I'll put the 2-pack in there for you.
Some fiscal responsibility.
Jack is watching the show now, and he said Pop-Tarts was to troll Cole because he was hating on our graphics.
Oh, that's good to know.
So, what have we learned today? What have we learned? Everything does need a graphic. Everything.
Everything does need a graphic. Yeah. Great job, Jack. Love it. Love it. Especially when it makes our stories pop off. So, good work.
All right. So, again, if you were listening in podcast form, find the YouTube page for that one.